Before companies could react to payments, clicks, fraud signals, and customer behavior in real time, someone had to help build the infrastructure. Neha Narkhede helped do exactly that by co creating Apache Kafka. Most people hear that and move on, but pause for a second. Kafka is not a cute app. It is not a personal productivity tool. It is the kind of system that helps modern companies move, store, and react to data as events happen. This is the achievement story behind Neha Narkhede, how technical work becomes infrastructure, how infrastructure becomes a company, and how one engineer's work can quietly shape the internet. Neha Narkhede is an Indian technologist and entrepreneur known publicly for co creating Apache Kafka, founding Confluent, and now serving as co founder and CEO of Oscilar. That is the headline, but the headline is not the story. The story is what her work reveals about serious technical achievements. Some engineers build features, some engineers build products, and sometimes an engineer helps build infrastructure that other companies, teams, and developers rely on for years. That is the level this episode is about. Not fame, not motivation. To understand why Kafka mattered, you have to understand the problem. The internet became real time. Companies no longer needed to just store information and check it later. They needed to react immediately. A payment happens, a fraud signal appears, a delivery route changes, a customer clicks a button, a system fails, a sensor sends new data. All of these are events. And modern companies need a way to capture those events, store them, process them, and send them to the right systems. That is the world Apache Kafka was built for. Apache describes Kafka as an event streaming platform. In simple language, Kafka helps systems publish, store, process, and react to streams of events. That can mean real time payments, fleet and logistics tracking, IoT sensor data, customer activity, healthcare monitoring, data platforms, event driven architectures, microservices. This is why Neha's Kafka work is such a strong achievement. It was not just code that lived inside one company, it became infrastructure other engineers could learn, deploy, discuss, teach, and build around. Pause here because this is the part most career videos skip. Kafka was not impressive only because it was technical. Lots of work is technical. Kafka was impressive because it became useful to other engineers. That is the bar, not just I worked on a hard system, but other people could use the system to solve their own hard problems. The next achievement is Confluent. Founding Confluent around Kafka shows a second kind of technical leadership. It is one thing to help create a powerful technology, it is another thing to help turn that technology into a company and an ecosystem. That requires more than writing code, it requires product judgment, developer trust, enterprise adoption, clear storytelling, and the ability to take a complex infrastructure idea and make it usable for real organizations. This is where Neha's story becomes bigger than one engineering project. Then comes Oscilar. Oscilar describes itself as an AI risk decisioning platform for banks, fintechs, credit unions, and digital organizations. That means the next chapter of Neha's work connects to fraud, onboarding, credit compliance, and risk. And this matters for the story because it shows range. Kafka was about real time data infrastructure. Oscilar is about real time risk decisions, different market, different problem, but the same pattern high stakes systems, data movement, trust, scale, and decisions that need to happen fast. So, what are the achievement categories here? First, original technical contribution. Co creating Apache Kafka is the clearest example. Second, infrastructure impact. Kafka became something other engineers and companies could build on. Third, company building. Confluent turned the Kafka ecosystem into a business and platform story. Fourth, recognition. Public awards and profiles add external validation. Fifth, continued leadership. Oscilar shows that Neha's career did not stop at one major achievement. The bigger lesson is simple. Great technical careers are not just built by being smart, they are built by solving important problems in ways that other people can see, use, and remember. If you are an Indian woman building a technical career, this is the part I want you to take seriously. Do not make your work invisible. If you build a system, document the architecture. If you improve reliability, save the before and after metrics. If you launch a product, save the launch notes. If users adopt your work, track adoption. If you speak, publish, mentor, review, judge, or lead, keep the evidence. Not because you are trying to brag, because memory is unreliable. Teams change, managers leave, products get renamed, but documented impact travels with you. Neha Nakede's career is a reminder that lasting impact is not only about being excellent, it is about building things that matter. It is about making complex systems usable, and it is about leaving a technical footprint that other people can build on. If you want more stories of Indian women building extraordinary technical careers abroad, subscribe to the series. And if you are building something important right now, start documenting it today. Because one day, the work you think is just another project may become the achievement that defines your career.